What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about this YouTube video that was released just a few days ago by the Korean development team. But before we get into that, you guys need to make sure that in Rite of Passage, you go ahead and play this if you are playing this. I know a lot of players don't actually play this, but if you are playing this, go ahead and get this. Collect your coins because on the 28th of this month, which is actually tomorrow, at least from my time, the Rite of Passage is going to be closed. The shop will still be open until the 28th of next month, so all these items will still be available for the entire next month, but you won't be able to play Rite of Passage because it's actually going to be replaced by a chapter of Fight on the 28th of this month. So let's take a look at this video, and I did go ahead and put some English subtitles in there. Now, just, to be fully transparent, the subtitles sometimes are a little bit off. It's not really sure what they mean, but I think you'll get the gist of what they're actually talking about. And there's actually some pretty interesting information in this video. So let's watch this. So it says King of Par, King of Fighters, right?
안녕하세요. 킹오파 개발실의 크과장입니다.
So we got this gentleman here. He's going to talk to the development team a little bit. I do like he's got the chrysalid mask. That's pretty cool, actually. So he's going to upload a video in the future that gives us some information about the development team. Yeah. He wants to be able to talk to us. It's pretty funny how they word this when they translate it. So he's the 2D artist, this guy is. I actually really like that they do this kind of stuff. This is actually really good. It really provides some insight to the player base about their process and how they do these things. Oh, my Z. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a joke or not, but I just thought it was funny. So he's working on Boss Syndrome Zero.
그럼 파이터가 나온 것 같은데 작업을 하시면서 주로 어떤 점에 포인트를 두고 작업을 하셨나요?
So he's making sure he looks very, very strong, and that the S&K team is actually going to be happy about what they see here.
한 번에 되는 게 쉽지 않다고 들었는데
까다로운 작업 같은 경우에는 뭐 3번, 뭐 혹은 4번 이렇게까지 컨펌이 이제 올 때도 있고 뭐 이번 보스 신드롬 제로 같은 경우처럼 그냥 한 번에 통과되는 케이스도 있어가지고
한 번에요?
네.
So, he goes through a process where he makes the character model and he'll send it to S&K. They'll actually take a look at it and see if they're okay with it. And what he's saying here is sometimes he gets it right the first time. Sometimes it might take quite a few times before he actually gets right, before they're actually happy with the end product that he's making. So that's actually pretty cool.
운이 좋게 한 번에 통과됐던 것 같습니다.
자기소개 한번 부탁드릴게요.
네, 3D 파트에서 캐릭터 모델링을 담당하고 있는 라고 합니다.
So this guy makes the 3D part of the characters.
스펙의 파이터가 맞나요?
네, 그 이번에
BS201, that's
모델링입니다.
Zero here.
딱 봐도 모델링이 진짜
Pretty cool, actually, when you see how they make these characters.
굉장히 주의 깊게 작업하셨던 부분이 있다면 좀 코멘트 해주실 수 있나요?
BS 제로 모델링하면서 네, 좀 보스의 느낌을 좀 강조하고 보스 있게 작업하는.
He's talking about how he's developing the character to make him look pretty much as vicious as possible, to make him look as strong as possible. Like the suit, the extended shoulder blades.
작업을 하시는데 혹시 작업 기간은 어느 정도 소요되나요?
네.
So he's saying right now it takes about 3 weeks to make one of these character models. Of course, depending on the level of the difficulty of the model. Sometimes you might have to go more, sometimes it might take less time. So that actually gives you an idea of how long it actually takes to make one of these characters. About 3 weeks, give or take. Interesting to know.
3주 정도가 소요되고, 네, 난이도에 따라서 플러스 마이너스로 네, 일정을 네,
Really cool to watch him do his work on the computer there.
안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
자기소개 한번 해주세요.
네, 저는 전투 파트에서 캐릭터 제작을 담당하고 있는
Okay.
전투 파트입니다.
대표적으로 작업했던 거 소개해 주실 수 있을까요?
네, 일단 제가 작업한 파이터 중에서는 01 긴급한
Okay, so he's made Mr. Karate.
등이 있는데
He's made Keo. This is actually pretty cool. So this is a guy that actually created Keo and Mr. Karate. Wow, that's pretty awesome.
01 긴급한입니다.
정의를 좋아하시는군요.
All right.
파이터 하나를 만들 때 어떠한 과정을 거치시는지 간단하게 설명해 주시겠어요?
네, 일단 파이터 선정을 하게 되고 선정한 파이터의 스킬을 전반적으로 기획을 하게 되고요. 기획한 파이터를 바탕으로 이제 리소스, 애니메이션
Okay.
보시면은 그걸 바탕으로 저희가 그 판정이나 성능 등을 세팅을 하게 됩니다.
지금 보이는 게
So this is where they're going to set up the animations. This guy's going to be in charge of setting up the animations for our fighters. You know, the skills that they're going to be doing, what they're going to be doing in their skills.
BS 제로 같은데
This is where they balance out their characters.
네, 지금 스킬의 판정 등을 지금 세팅을 하고
Nice.
보시면은
Okay. So right now he's talking about how they're trying to set up certain specific timed attacks.
이런 식으로 특정 타이밍에 공격이
You
어떻게
see
이루어지는지
Zero back there.
세팅을 하고 있었습니다.
보스 신드롬이라는 이름에 걸맞게 진짜 잘 나온 것 같은데요.
음.
좀
It did come out well. These characters look amazing.
01 제로 오리지널하고 좀 비교가 될 수 있을 것 같은데요. 일단 그 파이터보다는 좀
So new skills that are a little stronger than the fighter will be produced in a variety of ways. So he's talking about how he brings in new skills for these new characters to make them even more OP than the previous incarnations of them.
다양하게 그리고 신규 스킬들도 좀 다양하게 제작해서 나올 예정입니다.
체감하기에 강한 파이터가 되려면은 어떤
So it says, what tasks do I have to do to make my character a strong fighter?
작업들을 해줘야 하나?
It's supposed to be character, not car.
파이터를 강하다고 느끼는
Yeah, there's many factors that make characters strong for sure.
첫 번째로
So he's saying first a couple who adjust the size of such a box. They're talking about the hitbox of a character. For those of you that don't know, in fighting games, your characters have a hidden hitbox around them, right? A certain area where when another character comes in and hits them, they can actually be penetrated and get hit. Some hitboxes are smaller than other characters. It's kind of like you got Lady Chang, right? She's really short, and because of that, her hitbox is actually a lot smaller. So a lot of times when you're trying to juggle her, you'll actually miss her. Sometimes when you do a skill that's hitting up top, you'll actually miss her because her hitbox is so small. There's like an invisible box, and that's how they judge. Like whenever a fighter throws a punch, they're actually hitting that hitbox. Actually, is where it is. So if they had the hitbox really close to someone's face, the fist is going to have to get close to face. If it's far away, the fist can hit far away. So that's actually really interesting to know. And the way hitboxes work is they use them as far as the character yourself, like where they're actually hitting the opponent when they throw out their punch or kick or whatever attack they're doing. And then the hitbox of the other character where you're actually hitting them on that hitbox, if that makes any sense. There are plenty of videos about hitboxes out there if you guys want to check them out on YouTube to learn more about them. And then they talk about a pre-delay and post-delay preparatory action followed by a follow-up action. So he's talking about the initial startup of the skill, right? And they're talking about, when they talk about delay, they're talking about how fast the skill is actually going to be. So how fast is the startup going to be? So as you all know, the faster the startup of the skill, the faster it goes into the animation. Really, a lot of times, the stronger the character. This is something that really makes a big difference between a strong fighter and a weak fighter. So they're trying to set up the proper speed as far as their startup to be able to go into their skills and then to go in between the upcoming skills afterwards.
공격이 이루어졌을 때 이런 피격 박스들의 크기를 결정하는 부분. 두 번째로는 선딜레이, 후딜레이 이런 준비 동작과 후속 동작.
By the way, obviously, the bigger the hitbox for these characters, the better. Like the bigger their hitbox as far as where they're actually hitting their opponent, the better.
동작들을 밸런스를 조절하는 작업이 필요하다고 생각합니다. 스킬 캔슬 타이밍이라고.
So now he's talking about, skill cancellation timing, right? And we all know that, certain characters like, I'll just use Dylan's as an example. He can cancel all three of his skills super, super fast. And that's what he's talking about right now, right? When can a character go into another skill and when they can't? And obviously the stronger characters are going to be able to cancel the skills a lot faster. That's one of the reasons that BS Chrysalid is so strong in Guild Raid, because he does grabs, they instantly cancel. So he's like, pop, 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 right? And he still does all the damage from the grab skill, and he's still building up his PG. It's just insane, right? That makes a big difference, which is something to keep in mind in future, especially for grab characters.
그래서 언제 스킬을 끊고 다른 스킬을 사용할 수 있는지 그런 타이밍도 저희가 세팅을 하고 있고 그 부분도 좀 파이터의 강한 요소.
I like a strong woman. Okay.
신규 파이터를 만드실 때 좀 조심스럽게 또는 주의 깊게 신경 써서 작업하시는 부분이 있다면
Yes, they're
긍정적인 부분이
they're definitely talking about how they need to make sure they balance characters, otherwise there's going to be too OP. Although I'd say there's a counter argument to as far as characters already being too OP already in the game.
밸런스를 잡으려는 과정이 제일 중요하다 생각하고 있고요.
밸런스를 잘 잡기 위해서 어떠한
So he's talking about how do you achieve good balance with these characters.
통해서 나오는 순위를 바탕으로 원해야 될
So he says based on what they're doing, they secure the part that needs to be earned. And we are constantly checking the play supervision through our own testing. So this lets us know that they actually, and we all pretty well knew this, that they actually sit and they test these characters to see, how OP they're going to be, how strong they're going to be, how fast they can cancel their skills, how effective are these new characters going to be. And they need to do that.
전체적으로 파이터 테스트를 통해서 좀 플레이 감도 계속 체크를 하고 있고요.
귀중한 시간 내주셔서 감사합니다. 앞으로도 좋은 파이터 많이 만들어주세요. 잘 부탁드리겠습니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 지금까지 개발실을 한번 둘러보았는데요.
So now he's just concluding the video. Now I'm going to show you guys a little something that I didn't even mention a second ago because it just happened so fast.
제작 희망 파이터 개선을 희망한
So please leave a lot of bugs that you want to fix. Yeah, man, there's a insane amount of bugs that needs to be fixed. If you leave a variety of opinions, a whole bunch of opinions, such as content that you wish to open a fighter, we will check it and
컨텐츠 등 다양한 의견 남겨주시면은 저희가 확인하고 다음 영상에
to answer in the next video. So on this specific video here that they made, they want, your comments as to what needs to change in KOF. So I would highly suggest you guys go to this video. I'll actually put the link in the description below. Go to this video and put your comments as to what, you want changed. And, and be fair, right? Be fair. Think about all the players as far as what you want changed. I've talked about changes that I want to see in KOF actually just recently on other videos. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys a little something that was leaked. Now, this is a zoomed close-up of a little something on the video we just watched. And that is Boss Zero doing a skill rotation. Now, there's no sound here. We'll do that again, okay? Now, let's back that up again. There's no sound. Bring that up again. So it's hard to see what Zero's actually doing because it's going so fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a slow motion of that. There you go. Nice, 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 nice. And I know it's hard to see. It's a bit blurry, right? We're going to back it up. So the first attack is kind of this aura that comes out, and that starts hitting the opponent. And it's really hard to see, honestly, because it's so blurry. But it looks like he's taking his cloak, swiping it up, which would be a typical Zero thing. There, you definitely seen him doing it right there. And knocking the opponent up in the air. Now, I know that some people saw like some kind of damage, like dot damage maybe, but it's hard to tell, honestly, from this little preview we got of Zero doing one of his skills. But as you can see, I want to watch that again. So one hit there. He's going to hit him again. 1, 2, 3. He's going to swipe him up in the air. It really happens so fast. Even though I've slowed it down, it's really difficult to see what's going on, but still pretty damn cool. right? And I can't tell if they got hyper armor, if they got super armor or anything like that, but you can pretty much guarantee that BS Syndrome Zero is going to have hyper armor. You can bet money on it. But the skill looked pretty cool from what we could tell. It's really difficult because it was actually blurry. I tried using some filters. I tried making it a little bit cleaner, cleaning it up a little bit, but I wasn't having really much luck as far as that. It's really difficult. I mean, whenever you start zooming in things, the blur starts getting real, my friends. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer that we really couldn't get a great look. But the BS Syndrome characters are going to be coming in just a little over a day. So they're just around the corner. We got a new game mode, Chapter of Fight's going to be coming. That's going to be replacing Rite of Passage. And remember that exchange shop from Rite of Passage will be there for another entire month. It's just you won't be able to play Rite of Passage to collect whatever coins you need. So at least you have them. You can use them over the next month to get your hammers or imprint stones or whatever from the Rite of Passage exchange shop. So let me know how you're all feeling about the development team putting out that video. And again, make sure you go to it and leave your comments, and always be polite and nice, guys, and respectful as always. And give your comments as to what you want to see changed in the game. Bug fixes, new game modes, maybe new characters. Let them know, or, you know, what you think could, improve the game, like maybe a way of acquiring SS memories over a month or a 6-week period, things like that. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.